Oh, what the? Alright, don't get near him. Because we want to try to take as little damage as possible. That's like the biggest concern. Trying to take as little damage as possible on the main fight. Or against the big guy. Especially if he doesn't drop health. Unlike guys like a Morbis. Where a Morbis will drop energy and missiles if you destroy the body parts when it's jumping all over the place. Okay. Please give me ice. Yes! So yeah, getting ice is honestly the best because you can just kill them immediately. Oh, wow. Oh, great. It's the two... it's the worst and the not so bad. Oh, my God. Wow, he killed his own minions. I did not even know he could do that. That's amazing. Okay. This might actually salvage it. Yeah, because I lost 2 tanks so far. Because yeah, I think in my last attempt I lost like so many during the first armor destruction part. Oh, come on. Why do I feel so hard to hit the legs? The leggings. Because that's been an issue I also had in Trilogy. Well, until I found out you can destroy the armors with a power bomb. Which you can do in the PAL version, but not the NTSC version of this game. Alright, so he's missing 3 missiles and 3 hits and he dies. And he's dead, so that's a good thing. Alright. Yes! Thank you. I got blessed. Blessed run. Damn it. Yeah, he transformed when he was like when I was killing the fire pirate. Why are you not hitting the thing? Bro, what is this targeting? Why are you... Why is it... Why was the thing freaking... Whatever. I don't care. Just die. Oh my god. I hate this. What a terrible fight. The problem is not the Omega Pirate himself. It's just the troops. They are so ungodly annoying to the point that I'm pretty sure that if you don't get the Ice Troopers, this fight can be considered impossible depending on how many E-tanks you have. But my god, I hate this fight. I hate this fight on hard mode. Then again, I hate playing this game on the hardest difficulty. I will say that the most enjoyable hard difficulties that I've experienced are Fusion on Samus Returns, Hyper Mode on Prime 2, and that's basically it. I have never liked any... actually, hard mode on Fusion and Zero Mission. That's another exception. That's actually another exception. But yeah, I have never liked the hardest difficulties in Prime. Mainly because everything takes so much to kill, and the damage output is just stupid. To the point of just being in the worst case unfair. Also, I don't know if this is actually true here, but Metroids actually die to Phazon. But I think that that's actually not a thing in this version. Alright. I mean, I guess I can show you here, but yeah. Using a power bomb does nothing. So yeah, you have to use bombs. Okay. Okay, so I know we're missing a I know we're missing the second artifact in the mines, but I can get that from the other side. Wow, I'm surprised I got him. Oh, I missed? Okay. Alright, you know what? Whatever. I forget if I got the missile tank directly below me, but yeah, I don't even want to. I'm not even gonna check. No, don't fall off. Ow. Okay. So I have around. I have almost an hour. I have. So when I started this new session, I had 50 minutes left to actually get the last artifacts and finish the game. So yeah, now we have to run essentially. So so not including the artifact in the impact site or the impact crater. We're missing both artifacts in the ruins. The second artifact in here where we need to kill the elite pirate. And then we have to and yeah, that's basically it. Okay. Where the heck do I go now? Okay, this is the area I need to be at. And you know what? I can just go through the normal route. I can just go through here. Yeah, because I was thinking backtracking to the beginning, but yeah, I think that's gonna take me longer. Yeah, this is actually weird. Like, I've never actually done this route when it came to the completion of Phazon Mines. I usually always go through the front doors in layman's terms. Ow. 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 Did that only do 10 damage? No, I did 2 that... I did 11 that time. Alright. Whee! So the other guys took, or this guy took 3 hits, or 3 missed supers. So it's gonna take 6. No, I got it from behind. Okay, that's 4, I think. Okay, no, I definitely fired more than 6. Wow, that knockback. Okay. Chozo artifact. Alright, so now we gotta go back to the ruins, and we're done. Alright, we gotta go to the stupid trooper room. Oh my god, okay. Yes, I know there's like troopers and I can kill them quickly, but I do not care. You know what? Let's get a missile tank. Final missile tank, why not? Okay, so this will put us at Talon. So now we gotta take the elevator to Chozo, which will put us right next to one of the artifacts. So that's great. And then we have to go back to the room where we got the Wave Buster, and then we go back to Talon. Oh, really? Now, unfortunately, because I don't have a lot of missiles, this means that Meta Ridley... I'm not going to be able to cheese Meta Ridley. But you know what? That's fine, because I did promise I was going to showcase part of the fight of the second phase. I think what I'm going to do is, once I do like half of the second phase HP, I will switch to Wave Buster. Just because I want to get him... Just because I want to try to beat... I want to try to... Oh my god. Imagine I missed the freaking speedrun achievement by 1 second. That would be so... That would be the worst. That would be the absolute worst. God, I hope that doesn't happen. Alright, we gotta fight the stupid ghosts. Or... Wait, no. Wait a minute. Metroid, get up there. I can avoid fighting ghosts. Oh, thank God. Now, I don't have to do this, but I'm gonna get the E-Tank, so... Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Are you serious? And of course there's 3 of them. I could have just gotten the artifact, but I do want the E-Tank. So... $170. You know what? That's not too bad. That is not a bad amount of missiles. So a lot of people may ask, okay, if I move the statue, does that mean that the E-Tank is impossible to get? No, if you just, I believe if you go 2 rooms, if you go 2 rooms away from this room, you're going, the chosen statue will go back to normal. Alright, what's the fastest way through here? You know, for as much as I said that I needed the Wave Buster, I really didn't use it that much here. I mean, I kind of used it in the robot in the mines, but that was basically it. So yeah, it wasn't as useful as I thought it would be. But you know what? Better be safe than sorry, because the last thing I want is to die right at the end of the mines first trip, you know? Okay. So I'm gonna save at the chip, and then I want to check my time because I really want to see how much time left I have. I think I'm at 3 hours exactly. All right, let's see real quick. Just to see real quick. 3:05. Okay, 25 minutes. Oh my god. I'm gonna cut the. I think I'm gonna cut this really close, but let's see. I need to do. I need to do. I need to be good with damage with Ridley, cause. And oh my god, but Prime's gonna take a while. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it. I think I have to do a third playthrough. Oh my god, I really don't. Oh well. Yeah, I really don't want to do a third playthrough if I'm being honest. Like, I get it for Metroid 1, but this... Yeah, this is just... I'd honestly say padding for me. Really? Really? I cannot skip this? Oh my god. I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it. Especially when Ridley is a boring-ass fight that takes forever. What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that dive? He went in a kiss from Samus. And wow, that was a long time without getting stunned. That was impressive. Oh, now I get stunned? Wow, useless powerbomb. I love it. You know, at least he's not doing the flyby that often, so I guess that's a plus. Still, this fight still sucks. This fight is still garbage. This fight is still boring as sin. Okay. Ugh. So yeah, look at the left hand. He now covers his mouth when he does the charge. He doesn't do that when he... Oh god. He doesn't do that when... Or he doesn't... Yeah, he doesn't do that in Trilogy or Remastered. So, yeah, they essentially made the charge more difficult to avoid. So basically what you're supposed to do, I believe, is to try to get him right before the charge. And yeah, because this guy loves to spam that stupid attack. Oh my god. Stop being annoying. Yeah, at this point I'm just gonna waste all my missiles. Okay, when I'm not taking... When he doesn't do damage, I'm gonna stop firing. Oh, what? Oh my god. Come on. Stop being so annoying. Yeah, roar, you son of a bitch. Fuck you. Ugh. 5 minutes. Or no, 6 minutes. God, what a terrible fight. What a terrible, boring, bullshit fight, by the way. I forgot the bullshit part because of the fact that he covers his freaking hand. And this is honestly the point where I would wish that this game also had, like, the free aim that Trilogy has. But I understand why they didn't. But why? Yeah, like, I don't understand why they put, like, the freaking, like, the stupid hand when he blocked. Which makes, you know, a terrible fight even more terrible. So there you go. Alright, I'm gonna do the same thing I did last time. I'm gonna save my game, and then I'm gonna see how much time I have left. Because Prime is honestly the scary fight for me. Because because both forms take forever to kill. So yeah, let's very quickly... $18 minutes. Oh, Jesus. So, I'm gonna cut it either very close or very fast. 18 minutes. Jesus Christ. And the worst part is that I have to restock on missiles, so... Yeah, I have to take a detour. Although, to be fair, the refill is in the way, so... Now, the problem is trying to avoid the stupid Metroids. And yeah, if I fall off, I'm resetting. I got one only. You annoying piece of shit. Alright, here we go. Wish me luck, people. 3 hours, 28 minutes. Oh my god, thank you. Time. Oh my god, I did it! I did it! I fucking did it! Oh my god, that was so stressful. Okay, I'm gonna be real with you. I thought that when he phased without making a pull, I thought I was done. I thought I didn't make it. Oh my god. I am the luckiest son of a bitch in the world. Oh my god. Oh. Oh my god. I did it! I did it! I fucking did it! Metroid Prime, hard mode, sub 330 with 2 minutes to spare. Oh my god, that was incredible. That was fucking incredible. Oh my god. Oh. Oh my god. That was amazing. That was amazing. Oh my god. Where's the game? Where I don't see the game. Okay, there it is. Oh my god. Okay. I mean, to be fair, if I didn't get it, I was going to reload the game anyway because I did the first phase relatively fast, and I'm pretty sure that if I didn't do the fast essence kill the same way I did for the achievement in normal mode, I would have not gotten it. I would have gone past the time, but because I did the volleys, it took me less pulls to actually get essence. And yeah, I have to say that if I had to reload the game, I should have I was going to kill the Metroids normally until Fission and use power bombs for Fission because, yeah, trying to kill Fission without power bombs is just a pain in the ass, and I don't want to waste hyper mode just to kill 2 Metroids. But yeah, you may also notice that I was trying to keep my distance from Essence, and that's mainly because she tends to make a pull more often when you're away, but she was like right in the spot where she would just make the pull, but she was also close to the endoskeleton, and therefore it didn't change phase. So yeah, that was pretty bad. But yeah, with that said, oh my god, I am so happy that I actually managed to pull that off. I was honestly terrified about that achievement, but 2 playthroughs, that's all it took. Oh my god. Yeah, I have to say that is honestly my biggest achievement so far in this game. Oh my god, that's incredible. But there we go. Metroid Prime mastered in 11 hours and 45 or 43 minutes. That is insane. And yeah, it would be 13 if I had to do another playthrough, but 11 hours, not that bad. Also, okay, 25. So, is this my longest? Is this actually my longest mastery? No it isn't. Actually, no, yes it is, never mind. I was gonna say no because Crash 3 was also 11 hours, but no, it's 11 hours 18 minutes. But no, this is 11 hours 43 minutes. Also, yeah, what the hell happened to the music in the end? It was gonna be this epic battle, but yeah, I think I skipped the cutscene way too. I think I skipped the cutscene a bit too fast. But yeah, that first Prime fight was honestly really good. Although using Wave Buster was not a good idea. I feel that the best super missile combos to use were what's it called? Were super missile and icebreaker. However, I didn't have icebreaker, so yeah, I just had to do it normally. But yeah, it was not that. But yeah, I cut that really close. 76% items, 3 hours and 28 minutes. That is insane. I still can't believe it, man. That's so cool. Oh, I could have, okay, to be fair, I could have done this faster if I didn't what's it called? If I killed Omega Pirate in 2 cycles instead of 3, but you know what? I don't care. At the end of the day, I really do not care. But yeah, that's it. Metroid Prime has been mastered. And with that, we have now mastered the final game of 2025. Because yes, so I was originally going to master GoldenEye as the final game of 2025. However, that game compared to this is way longer. Not to mention that, just as reference, Prime has 62 achievements. GoldenEye has 141. So, yeah. Let's just say that the mastery video would take me longer. So, yeah, I'm actually glad that I didn't do it. But not to mention that I also want to work on a final video of this year, of 2025, which is going to be a recap video, the same way as in the same caliber as, what's it called? In the same caliber as the recap video I did last year, where I was just gonna talk about what we did, all the games I did this year, ranking them all, and also give awards to the best games I played this year. So yeah, it's if you watch that video, you know exactly what this next video is gonna be. But yeah, with that said, but however, I was also thinking of doing Stuart Little 2, which it's a game that only requires you to get 100% in order to master the game. However, I ultimately decided to just say, you know what? Let's not make another video just for the sake of it. I'm content with Prime being the last game I do this year, so it's not gonna bother me, you know? So that said, let's review the set. So, in terms of difficulty, I'm honestly thinking of giving this game an 8 out of 10. It's not bullshit hard, but at the same time, the difficulty is fair. Now that being said, if you're going for the speedrun in hard mode, honestly, I would give this a 9 because the difficulty gets exponentially more challenging. Not to mention that, again, if you're going for hard mode and the speedrun achievement at the same time, you're gonna cut it really close like I did. So yeah, you basically need to find the best way to actually optimize like a route and pull it off as you go through it. I'm gonna go ahead and put this right on record. I am not doing this for Prime 2. There is no chance in hell I'm doing a speed run and the 4-hour speed run you have to do for Prime 2. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I love Prime 2 with all my heart, but Prime 2 on hard is stupid hard. Like, one of the hardest Metroid games I think I've played. Well, not counting Dread mode on Dread, because it's a one-shot difficulty, so it by technicality it doesn't count. But yeah, so far I've reached Sanctuary Fortress. I'm about to fight Spider Guardian in the hard mode playthrough, and yeah, I think my time is 3 hours. So yeah, there's no way I'm beating all the bosses and get the Sky Temple keys and defeat Ing and Dark Samus in just an hour. There's no way I'm doing it. So I'm just gonna take my time and, you know, get 100% for both normal and hard, and then just do a speed run for Prime 2 when I eventually do this set, which is basically what I'm doing for my personal account. So yeah. And yeah, speaking of Prime 2, the set is basically the exact same in terms of structure, since we have boss achievements as well as other miscellaneous stuff. But we're not talking about Prime 2, we're talking about Prime 1. And in terms of difficulty, this is an 8 out of 10. I feel that hard, and yeah, basically, if I was going to do, I'm going to be completely honest, if I did both hard and the speed run separate, I would have lowered this to a 7, because if I went for 100% hard mode, I will admit that not a single boss in this game is challenging. The only challenge, in my opinion, is Omega Pirate because of the annoying pirate spawns. But besides that, Parasite Queen is easy, Hive Totem is easy, Incinerator Drone is a cakewalk, Flogra is a non-entity, She-Goth is really easy, Thardis is also easy. But then we have Meta Ridley, which is boring as sin and also stupid unfair because of the stupid charge in the block. And Metroid Prime is just a DPS test. And Metroid Prime is just a DPS battle. So, yeah, it's a really easy fight. And the essence is a non-entity, essentially. But yeah, that's basically my opinion when it comes to the difficulty. Now, when it comes to the quality, though, I'm a bit conflicted because I do like the challenge achievements, like I do like the boss achievements, and I also love some challenge achievements like getting Space Jump before Boost Ball, and where is it? Getting the first artifact in Macmore without getting Super Missile, which yeah, I don't know why that's a thing, since you can get double jump before super missiles, but then again, you have to go out of your way to get that artifact again. So I think I do understand the point made, but yeah, I also do enjoy to some extent the explore every area in the level, because I mean to be fair, you're gonna get that if you go for 100%. Let's not beat around the bush. You're gonna get that. You're gonna get those achievements when you go for 100%. But I will say that the best part about the set is definitely the boss achievements. And I will admit that no boss achievement was actually really difficult. Like, Flogra was easy. Thardis was also really easy. Omega Pirate can be difficult, but as long as you are fast with the trigger and know how he spawns, he's really not that hard. Meta Ridley you can just cheese. And Prime's Essence, I would say that Prime Essence is the hardest of them all, but with the technique that I use, which is by shooting her 15 times and then mashing the button on the 16th fire, that makes it much easier than pool canceling, which is, again, to this day, something I have no idea how it works. So, I think I'll give the the quality, I'm going to give it an 8 as well. The reason I'm not giving it higher is because I kind of wish that we actually see like more like challenge achievements, so to speak, because just to jump the gun a little bit, there is a subset for this game. Well, there's actually 2 of them, but one of them is more for Prime. And if I remember correctly, one of the achievements in that subset is to... Where is it? Yeah, for example, we have... defeat Flogra having only the standard expected item pickups, no E-tanks, and 5 missiles. Charge beam is allowed. And it's basically a 28% glitchless run. And I kind of wish we actually had achievements like that, where you have to reach like a specific point of the game, or get an ability before you can pick up another one. However, when I thought of that, I feel that it's important to mention that when you're making a main set, you gotta make sure that you do not exploit glitches, as a certain game that we will eventually get to that has 141 achievements and has an achievement where you have to perform a fucking glitch. And yeah, I'm gonna be completely honest, that's actually another reason as to why I dropped the GoldenEye mastery for this year, because it has what is, in my opinion, one of the worst achievements I've ever gotten in my entire RetroAchievement mastery experience. But you know what? I'm gonna give it a 7 in terms of quality when it comes to the yeah, I don't know if I should give it a 7 or an 8, because the boss challenges are fun. they're not very bullshit. Also the escape sequence in the frigate is also, it can be very strict, but with good memorization of the map and a lot of and without stalling, you're getting it no problem. But you know what? I'm going to be generous. I'm going to give it an 8. Now, in terms of fun, I'm going to be honest. Despite the fact that I was a bit moody when it came to the last 3 bosses, and not to mention the entire mines experience, which is complete garbage, since, again, I hate I hate playing Metroid Prime on the hardest difficulty, just because enemies take forever to kill, and the beam pirates just deal so much unnecessary damage that it just becomes unfair at some points. And, yeah. I'm gonna be completely honest. If you can beat this game without collecting E-tanks and without using save states, you have my utter respect, because I have no idea how you can even do that. If it's even possible, you know, because of the insane damage that the beam pirates actually do. But yeah, overall, this game is still fun. Even though I've said many times that this is my least favorite of the Prime trilogy, by no means I'm calling it a bad game. If I were to rank all the Metroid games, I would put this game in the middle, or in the bottom middle of the list. But again, I'm not saying this game is bad. Far from it. I still love this game. But if you were to ask me which Prime game I would revisit the least, or I would revisit in a dime, this would not be number 1. Now, granted, I'm saying all of this without ever playing Prime 4 yet, so that might change, and I would say Prime 4 is my least favorite with all the online discords that game is having. Although, to be complete, I did mention this already. I don't care. I like it. I will judge Metroid Prime 4 when I play it, and I'm not gonna let a YouTuber influence my opinion. I'm getting the game no matter what. Even if the game ends up being a 2 out of 10, I'm glad that I actually got a Metroid game that I've been waiting for 8 years. And will it be worth the wait? I don't know. But when it comes to Prime, I still like this game, and I will admit that revisiting this game for the second time playing the GameCube version, I have to admit that once I got used to the controls, the game didn't become alien for me. Because when I tried to play Prime Remastered with GameCube controls, I just could not do it. I could not do it. I thought it was incredibly awkward, and I just switched back to Twin Stick. However, when I played this game for the first time back in February, I think? Yeah, back in February, when I mastered this game for the first time, of this year, by the way, 2025, I have to admit that the controls started to get to be good to me. Now, granted, there is still a bit of issues like no free aim and not being able to look and down freely like in Trilogy, which really hurts me since I got so used to playing the game on Trilogy. But I will say right here, right now, that it's not as bad as Pikmin for GameCube, because I cannot play those games. I cannot play Pikmin on GameCube. It's like I got so used to the Wii versions that it's not even funny. I cannot play the game the same way I cannot play a racing game that is in Mario Kart, you know? That's basically what Pikmin GameCube is for me, essentially. But, you know, maybe one day I'll actually play the damn game and be completely wrong and say that I was over-exaggerated. But yeah, in terms of fun, I will admit that killing Parasite before she fires and escaping the frigate, as well as quick kill Essence, can be the most annoying achievements. However, by doing specific tactics, I will admit that they're really not that bad. So, hard mode frustrations aside, I'm giving this a 9. I'm giving this set a 9. I might lower it to an 8 when I actually make the... Actually, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna give it an 8 because as of now, Prime 2, I'm giving it I'm thinking of a 9 of my enjoyability of the game, but that's a completely different thing, so I'm not even gonna bother. And as for the hardest achievements, okay, this is actually a bit difficult because back then I gave it to killing Prime quick or pulling your resources. However, I have no idea what achievement I'm gonna give it to because, okay, I will say right now that doing the strategy that I did for Essence is not hard. However, the problem is that if you screw up or if if Essence doesn't drop a pool, you basically have to refight the exoskeleton again. And that is honestly the most annoying part about the entire fight. Especially considering that the fight takes forever. Not to mention that if you're playing the original PAL release, you have to try your best to... you have to try to struggle because Essence has more HP. Now, like I said before, I don't know how much HP she has, but if anyone who has played the PAL, but I have to play the PAL version in order to verify. But yeah, that's not gonna be a thing for a long time. And yeah, that's actually another reason as to why I didn't play the PAL version. So, I mean, so yeah, basically the only reason I would play the PAL version is to just quickly destroy the armor from Omega Pirate, and that's basically it. So, you know, I'm willing to sacrifice that battle since I can do that when the Wii version comes out. So yeah, what is the hardest achievement? I mean, I could go with the frigate escape sequence, but I pulled that off on my second attempt. I could say Parasite Queen before she fires, but considering the fact that the run back is literally one room, it's really not that bad. I could also say Meta Ridley no damage, but again, if you know how to cheese it, then it becomes very easy. You know what? I'm going to give it to Essence. Not because I found it really hard, but because of the fact that you have to... You basically have to... what's it called? You basically need to defeat the exoskeleton again if you want to have another attempt. And not to mention that... wait, what? Oh, never mind. Not to mention that, what's it called? If she doesn't drop a pool, then you automatically lose because you have to make sure that she drops a pool every time she has an opportunity. So, yeah, that's actually one thing that is very stupid, but yeah, with that said, that is it for Metroid Prime Retro Achievements Mastery, and that is it for all my masteries in 2025. Now, as of making this recording, I have no idea how I'm going to structure the videos in the archives channel, so yeah, but I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna do either 1 to 2 hour long videos just to keep up the pace, you know. But yeah, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for watching this Retro Achievement Mastery playthrough. If you want to see my main video on Metroid Prime, you can go subscribe to my main channel, Jonathan Wolf Gaming. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe to see more full playthroughs. And yeah, for our next mastery, I think I'm going to go into Stuart Little 2. Just to get that game out of the way, because, you know, after the ordeal that was Sly Cooper, Omega Boost, and Metroid Prime, I think I'm going to take a small break and tackle a short game, a very simple game. Not to mention, I want to see if I can actually, if Stuart Little 2 will actually beat Alien Syndrome as the fastest mastery, because that would be hilarious if that were the case. However, for the next 2 masteries, we are going to do a double feature with Super Mario 64 because for my 19th mastery, we're doing Super Mario 64. However, for my 20th mastery, I'm going to do my very first subset. And I will be doing the Super Mario 64 coin collector subset, where basically you need to collect every single possible coin in all 15 courses and the Bowser stages. Now, you may be wondering, why am I gonna do it? Well, I will explain that when we get to 64, when we get to the subset. But for now, it is time for me to dip and edit these recording sessions, and also start working on the Omega Boost video. If you cannot tell by my voice, I started recording this the moment I finished recording the Omega Boost voiceover, for the video. And with that said, thank you all for watching. I'm Jonathan Wolf. And I will see you all in my next Retro Achievement Mastery playthrough. I'll see you all then, Retro Achievers. Take it easy.